If you can give me just 6 minutes, I will show you how you can save 10 years in your business. And no, I'm not talking about some quick hacks or the fix. I'm talking about the real transformation things that work for me. So, if you're ready, let's go ahead. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're working so hard, but things are not moving forward? Like you're working on the emails, you're working every single day, you're posting on the content, every single day you're posting on social media, working on your website, but at the end of the day, it feels like same. I have been there too. I used to thought of like working hard is the only answer. The grind will pay off at the end of the day. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. The grind only works if you're grinding at the right direction. And that's what I'm going to show you today. First, the CEO mindset shift. The first thing I have to learn, really learn, is that being busy is not means that being productive. I used to say yes to everything. Collaboration opportunity, yeah. Networking event, yes. Even any random task that I think will help my business. I say yes to everything. But here's the truth. The CEO doesn't do everything. They focus on the bigger picture. The strategy, the growth, how to fix the team, that's their work. That's where I realized I was not working on my business, I'm working in my business. And that's what not a CEO do. So here is a shift I made. Every time I have to do a task, I ask myself, if this is something moving closer to my goal or it's just keeping me busy. If it's not made for my goals, I'm not gonna give it my time to it. Even if I have just to relax, that's okay. That doesn't matter, but I'm not gonna give my time to something that somebody else can do in my team. The second, the power of delegation. This was hard for me because many of us, I thought like no one can do something like I do. Sound familiar? But here's the thing, you can't scale your business by doing everything by yourself. I remember the first time I hired someone to help me, it was just a virtual assistant for a few hours. But trust me, all the tasks he did for me, I feel so relaxed after that. And I delegated that time to the better things, like making the strategy to grow my business, client talking, and taking more meetings with my client. And this really did a lot for me. Delegating doesn't mean that you're giving up control. It just means that you're making space for the growth. And trust me, the right people will do the things better than you. Third, build system that work for you. This one has changed my life. I used to wake up with a long list of the tasks that made me so anxious even before I had a coffee. But then I realized I need a system. A repeatable process that take the guesswork out of me. Like currently I have a content calendar that tell me exactly what I'm going to post and which day. I have a client onboarding process system that tells me that what I need to do when a client came to me. It's not like every single time a client came to me and I had to start from the start. When you have the system, you will not just running your business, you will scale it and you will create foundation that can grow with you. Number 4 is so simple, but that's so difficult too. This is simple learning to say no. Let me start this with my story. A few years ago, I was invited to a networking event that everybody was asking me to go there and I can't miss that. So what I did, I just rescheduled all the tasks and set up my time for that. Take a lot of time to get ready and go there. Do you know what happened? Nothing. It was just a waste of time. That's when I learned the power of saying no. Every time you say yes to something that is not aligning with your goals, remember that is like a no saying to something that is aligning with your goals. Like maybe take it like you're going to that event, but there is some client meeting going on. You are saying yes to a networking event because you feel maybe you get the client over there, but you are not sure. So why go there when you know you have a client meeting over there that can be possibly happen? So always work on the things and say no to the things that doesn't align with your value. Fifth is investing in yourself. This one is personal because as a woman, most of the time being told to save, conjure and wait. But let me tell you, the best investment I ever made was not in an ad or a fancy shoot. It was me. I have invested in the coaches, courses and even for the therapy so that I can become the best version for myself, for my business and my clients. And trust me, every single time I'm invested in myself, it's paid off. Not just financially, also in the confidence that it gave to me. And remember that even when you go out and ask the funding for your business, trust me on this, every investor bet on the founder, not on the ideas or the business. If you take two business, one has like amazing idea, absolutely amazing product, but the founder is not sure about the scaling or about the plan, and there's another person with not a so much of great idea, but the founder has the strength. Founder know the plan. So 99% of the time, people are gonna invest on that, even me, because that's the person we bet on always. So invest in yourself. So here is what I want you to take away from this. If you can set your mindset, delegate, build system, say no to the wrong thing and invest in yourself, you will get ahead 10 years in your business. But it will all start with one small step. Ask yourself what you can do today to reach to that goal of your life and your business. Start there and I promise you will make a difference. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments what is the first thing you're going to change. And if you think this could also help for someone else you know, do share this video. Let's make 2025 the year where we all stop hustling in the circle and make the business of our dreams. Bye.